Beamer Merchants, supplier of quality used BMW parts. Check us out. Anyhow, welcome back, guys. You're looking at the interior dash of an 03 BMW 745 Li. This is the E65 E66 model, and we are gonna make a series of videos. We're gonna go and show you all how to remove parts from the center console. Those right there. I'm gonna show you how to remove the cluster, the screen, the trim. We're also gonna go ahead and basically show you how to remove the armrest, those buttons there, center console. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is I've gotten a lot of requests from people who need or want to learn how to remove parts from their specific car. And I understand what they mean, because we do this, you know, we go ahead and tear cars apart. That's a everyday thing for us. So we're pretty familiar with the removal process for most cars. However, this car here, to remove many of the parts, components, trim, it's very difficult. And I can understand if you're an owner of this car, and for example, you wanna, you know, your vents broke. You're gonna be very hesitant to either do it yourself because you might break something, or pay somebody else who's gonna charge you $80 and $90 an hour to replace this part. So that's one reason we're doing it, you know, just educating people out there, okay? And second part, of course, is we sell a lot of these parts. And so when people buy, for example, this climate control, you know, they're gonna ask us, hey, how do you put it in, or how do you remove it, or so forth. So this is also for all our supporters, all our buyers. So you guys can, when you buy a part, you guys can go ahead and take it off yourself and put it in yourself, and that'll save you a lot of money. And of course, that's gonna go ahead and keep your car looking nice and sharp, okay? Because I know if you're a BMW owner, you take pride in your car, and you want to make sure that everything looks good in your car, because again, it represents you. So that's why we're doing this, okay? And also because we enjoy doing this, so it's a win-win for everybody. So anyhow, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and be doing a series of videos, so be sure to subscribe, so you can have access to all those videos that we're gonna post. Today we're gonna go ahead and focus. Basically, we're gonna work ourselves from here all the way to the end, and we're gonna go ahead and finish off showing you how to remove the center console, because that is very tricky, okay? Today we're gonna go ahead and focus on, we're gonna show you how to replace this trim here, you know, which controls your e-brake, your headlight switch, and so forth. Also your vents. So if any of these parts, you know, went missing or broke, like see in this case, this owner had to replace this because it's bad already. So we're gonna go ahead and show you that, okay? We're gonna show you the tools, the process at the end. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let us know. And as always, be sure to check out our websites, beamermerchant.com. Let's get started. These are the tools that we'll be using. This one here is just like a plastic remover. It's got a sharp little edge here, so you can go ahead and take parts off right there. We got a Phillips screwdriver right there, a ratchet number 8, and a attach remover. Okay, you take this tool here very carefully, okay? And I say this tool here, try not to use some metal sharp objects, because you might run the risk of damaging your wood trim here. I use this, and even though you're using this, take caution, because you have to remove this vent. So that was easy. Usually it's a little harder to get in there. So remove this vent and pull it out. Okay. So again, if your vent is bad, you can replace it now. Okay, now we turn our attention to this Phillips screw. Let's take it off. It's on the right hand side. And this is how the screw looks. Make sure you keep it in a safe place because you're gonna have to put it back. We now take our quarter ratchet and an 8mm socket. In this case is a 5/16. And then if you look towards the corner here, right there, you're gonna find an 8mm bolt. Let's take that off. Once the screw and the bolt have been taken off, you can go ahead and pop this wood trim off. As you're tugging at it, be sure to tug from here. Okay, and I'll show you why. Start pulling from here out here. What I recommend you do is you get a similar tool like this, put it under there, and pop it out, because what's holding it, see right there? That's what's holding it. So anyhow, you start from here, because as you pull it out, see that screw right there? It goes into the hole. Now, if you were to pull, if you started pulling from here, this screw would, this screw right here would actually not allow you to pull it out from here. So again, start from back here. And that's how the trim looks. Now we have access to 2 Phillips screws. Once you take those off, you can very easily pull this cover off. Okay, these are off. We can just pull at this, and then we just gotta disconnect the wires. Pretty simple process here. You go ahead and press the tab on the top and slide this back. And that's how you remove this trim. Now of course, what I recommend is, if you're gonna replace this, go ahead and disconnect the negative battery cable, because when you remove this, if you noticed on this car, the lights turned on. Now you don't want to go ahead and drain your battery, so that's why I would recommend just disconnect it. Okay, so anyhow, that's how you remove this trim here, along with the wood trim, this right here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned, because we're gonna go ahead and do more. And once we're done with the whole series, this whole area will be out of this car. Okay, so stick around. Have any questions, comments, let us know. Thanks for watching. You have an awesome day.